And a good morning, this is Dr. Lieven speaking to you from Vila Moura in Portugal and speaking on behalf or for Tornadorising. This is an impromptu video about an impromptu chat it was, I believe it's good material for everybody to learn from as the new coding has been implemented. You probably have seen, let me see here in the photos, let's read this. We'll go to it in the chat, go to the message, there we go. I'm gonna scroll it up just a little bit. Hi friends, the new coding has been inserted and it is active, meaning it's been implemented. We're able to use its benefits. Now this is some very advanced intelligent coding, okay? This permits you to purchase any higher packs needed to unlock your referral commission. You know that Tornadorising has a grace period that allows you, in case you have people underneath you that have upgraded higher than you are qualified for, then you're receiving a 48-hour grace period to catch that commission. Otherwise, in any other program, it goes up to the upline. Well, here you have the opportunity to do so. Now, to see which referrals you need, which commissions you need to unlock, simply go to my account and look at the locked referral payments. Now, at the same time, another coding has been embedded that allows you to, you know how normally you're supposed to buy a string of all the packs. If you want to buy Ruby, you need to buy all 7 packs. Well, we've qualified that now, in that if you have the lower packs and they're still active, then you don't. Now, still active, we have qualified that as well, meaning if you haven't gotten paid on it, that's a totally qualifying pack. If, however, 2 positions have been paid on it, if 2 of the spots under you, and you can go look in the matrix, if 2 of the spots under you have been filled, then you that pack is no longer qualified and you will have to buy another one. If, however, the 2 spots under you, the ones above the 4 spots, but the 2 spots under you, if those are not being filled, that's a qualifying pack and you don't need to purchase that again. And that actually makes a difference in the how you do your purchase. But we're going to look at that here in a moment. So you'll be able to select any higher pack without needing to buy the lower packs unless one of the lower ones has already been paid. It's to say, on 2 positions. The simple rule is the earlier you buy now, the better the timestamp, the faster you will get paid. This is quite essential as this is now coming into effect. There is a lot of people, they've been surprised that people underneath them actually upgraded already higher than themselves. That's wonderful. And if you can only catch 1 or 2 of those packs, commissions, fine, you know, don't make a drama out of it. Always look at half glass full, half glass empty. Look at the good side. Any other company, your commission would fly over your head and would go to your upline. So okay, now we go to Gerry, and Gerry approached me. I didn't know Gerry. He said bon dia, which is nice that he actually greeted me with the hello, the Portuguese hello. I'm in the UK. We have been in similar programs a long time ago and would like to ask for a little bit more input. Hey, that's what we're here for, right? I would like to purchase gold, but it tells me I need to repurchase booster, bronze and silver. I assume this will open up a new matrix. Is that correct? Okay, I bet many of you have similar questions, and I want to give, I've asked permission from Gerry, and he's been kind enough to allow me to use our conversation so that you can learn from it. And thank you, Gerry. Anyways, this is a reconnect sort of on a monumental scale, because Gerry is referred by Norbert Wachter, and Norbert Wachter is Dr. Now. Everybody knows him as Dr. Now. Norbert, Dr. Now, and I have a long history in several programs, and Norbert Now was introduced to Tornadorising by Michael Colucci, who Michael's become a truly respected friend of mine. Michael introduced me to the HEAL project, and I was honored to invite Michael on board, and he is not only one of my top team members, he is the number 2 in the company so far, and he may very well pass over my head. Michael is a great leader, great marketer. So Michael invited Norbert invited Gerry. So Gerry, here he is. Hi Gerry. He says hola. So could be Spanish as well there. I said, give me a screenshot of the locked referral payments. And he says, I'm using iPad, and I'm giving him, see, screenshots, by the way, everybody needs to learn to use screenshots. Whether you're on a phone, type in Samsung pad, Samsung phone, note of Samsung, iPad, iPhone, if you're on your PC, there is many tools. Make sure you can take screenshots. That's the way to get good support. As an example here, I gave to Gerry the example of where he could find the locked referrals. And he responded straight away, I do not have locked referrals. Okay, great. He's in the same boat, but many of you have indeed locked referrals here, and it will tell you which packs you need to buy. I said, good. He says, I just want to upgrade further, and I typed it in there because he said he's on an iPad, just in case. You know, just go to YouTube, type in how to take a screenshot on an iPad, and boom, there is instructions, and there is for every possible device, so no excuses here. Everyone get into the habit of taking screenshots. So, and which packs, I asked him, do you have at the moment? He says, I have the first 3. I said, booster, bronze and silver. He says, correct. All right, can you give me screenshots of the matrix of each? And he already typed in, they only have 2 others below. So I said, all 3 of them, or each of the 3. And I gave him again an example in the network. You go to the matrix, and there you have, for instance, here is a matrix spot, has 2 positions filled, and has the next 4 positions filled. Now here is another matrix position that has none filled. The free spot is here and the free spot is there. And you can have it to where you have this first your spot with 2 spots filled and then 4 spots not. So there is some different combinations. He says, yes, all 3 of them. Okay, so I say, so the booster, bronze and silver have 2 spots on level 1 filled, but have 4 spots on level 2 open. Is that correct? He says, yes, correct. All right, I type in the following to Gerry. Okay, in the new coding, which is what the programmer just released onto the accounts, the conditional qualification or conditional validation algorithm. That's a mouthful, and don't be scared by it. It makes no difference if you understand it or not, or especially if you understand how it works. I don't even want to know how it works. That's the coder's job. But the and here is what it does. It looks for any packs that have at least already 2 spots in total. That is in that matrix of that pack, or the combined matrices of that pack. As an example, if there is only 1 spot and another matrix had also 1 spot, that's 2 spots together. That's how the calculation is done. If that is the case, so if there is already 2 spots filled, automatically then the system requires you to purchase another one if you want one of the higher packs. So in case of Gerry, applied in his case, I said applied in your case, that means when you want to buy gold, and gold, remember, is the 4th pack, yes, you need to buy each of the lower ones again, meaning booster, bronze and silver, because none of them are still valid to count as a qualification not to have to buy them. Now, if his booster, bronze and silver were still open, didn't have any earnings yet, he wouldn't have had to buy them. So the system is very, very fair, but that's the condition. I indicate to Gerry, and you may need to replay that part here again, see if it makes sense for you, the viewer of this video here. I know it is a mouthful, but see if it makes sense to you. He says, yes, I understand. The reason, and I respond, the reason for this conditional algorithm is to make sure that every bigger pack investor also still supports the matrices of the smaller packs. And this assures that even the smallest investor is still being pushed forward. There is some people that are unfortunately very fear-driven, that are coming in with so much fear, so much worry, and they're coming in only with a little booster pack because they claim that's all they can afford. And for some that is true, okay, and I respect that. But for some of you, you're not real, because with yourself, you're buying all sorts of things. You're going out shopping, going out to eat to restaurants, you're smoking cigarettes, you're buying beer, you're eating ice cream. Well, guess what? You can afford a little more than a $25 pack, but hey, I know how we can get into a situation with blinders on. So that person with just a small pack, and especially all the people who cannot afford to buy a higher pack, and this is in some countries. I have people where with 5 families together they bought a booster pack, each put in $5 and boom. So I respect that. That means all of those people with the purchase of any bigger guy who comes in and buys a whole bunch of the higher packs, everyone gets pushed forward. It's and again and again and again. So beautiful, beautiful Swiss clock algorithm technology that makes sure that the system keeps moving forward, and the system makes sure that everybody is being moved forward. This has never been done in any program. Folks, I hope that in this you begin to see that tornadorising is not just another matrix, is not just another money-making scheme. This is a very, very intelligent program that will lead to tens of thousands, eventually hundreds of thousands, and eventually millions of people to go on board. So Gerry had understood that. I said, excellent. He says, I agree, it works for all. And that is spot on right there. It works for all. From the smallest or the scariest to, hey, there will be people in time that will come in with $25,000 and will buy all the packs related to that. So I said indeed, and I point out, and this you can see in your back office, for every pack, in this case the gold pack, you can actually see at any given day which, this is not updated live, it's once a day it's updated, so you can see the number of members that are at that with that pack. So in Gerry's case, he's lucky because he'll be 110 or 111 or you know, there is only 109 people in there, and he's able to be the next one in line. Now, out of those, 54 people already got paid on the level 1. And out of those people, 13 already got paid on level 1 and level 2. The program is it's beautiful. I do apologize because I look rough around the edges. It's because I've been putting in 20 hours per day effort, energy, concentration to insert many of these phenomenal, powerful, some of the most secret algorithms that in combination we're not driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Bugatti. We're driving a vehicle with 7 different economic, financial engines in them. It's like it's got not just a hybrid with 2 engines, this has 7 engines. It's like combining the Rolls-Royce and the Bentley and the Bugatti and the Lamborghini and Ferrari, and well, add another one of your favorite ones to it, you know. So all those engines are driving the program, and at any given point one of those engines is pushing you or one of your team members forward. Folks, I want to ask you, how many programs do you know where you can blindly trust on it, not blindly, where you can absolutely trust on it that the people you bring in are gonna make money? That's doesn't happen too often. Now, speed, I mean, we've got some morons, and dare I say moron, because you're unreasonable, some morons in the groups. It ain't going fast enough, it's going too slow. Who the hell are you? I mean, I know anyone who makes that statement is somebody who hasn't introduced anybody. Meaning they're kind of saying, they're too dumb to even realize this, they're kind of saying we're not working fast enough. Hey, back off. If you're gonna be passive, be kind, be appreciative, be thankful. As a matter of fact, we've had a couple guys over the last 48, 72 hours put up such a big mouth, beginning to call one of the owners a scammer because it wasn't going fast enough for him. Hey, you get thrown out, not only out of the chat room for this, because we don't need that little peeing dog mentality in the chat rooms. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to hear it, neither the existing people and especially the new people. It's like, what the heck? Who is this, you know, son of a bitch? And so you will get a warning. We're actually going to develop a system with yellow cards and red cards. You'll get once a yellow card. You do it again, you get the red card. The red card means you're out of the group. And if you're ever caught again bad-mouthing the program or one of the leaders of the program, you're out of the program. This is serious. This is not some socialistic illusion here, where you are entitled and you think you can say anything and demand anything even if you don't do anything. Well, that ain't the case. Even of the people who do things, we still demand the demeanor of politeness and respect. So, sorry for getting a little mad, but you know, it's important that we send that message out there. We are a program that will do things that no other programs have done in terms of payments, but we're also a program that will dare to kick your ass out of here if you are not respecting the members of the program and the program itself. Go insult your own body, because that's what it comes down to. You go stand in front of the mirror, take a knife and begin to mutilate your own body. That's as stupid as you bad-mouthing tornadorising if you're hoping to get paid by it. Come to appreciate that body, maybe take a little time to watch a webinar, to watch a video, so you come to know the beauty of that body. So, there we go. So Gerry says, I'm in. And I said, you're very wise by buying gold now, because you will still be way ahead of everyone else in the weeks and months ahead. So your timestamp on that gold pack is truly worth gold. And this is the beauty of Telegram By the way, if you're watching this in Messenger, good God, what a stupid program, Messenger. I don't like Zuckerberg because he's a criminal. He's stolen from the Winklevoss brothers. He's now selling everything we type and share on Facebook to the Chinese, the bastard. I hope he listens to my video too. I know that he's doing this. It's disgusting. So Telegram, much better, much more advanced, allows us to do much better service. Make sure you're in a Telegram group. So, and if you're a team builder, set up a Telegram group yourself. So, I look for the long term and I will reinvest all monies received back. See this right here? That says a lot about Gerry, doesn't it? He understands the power of compounding. He understands the power of gaining momentum. Now, for that, you need to trust the people that you're working with. I agree that compounding or building for the long term with scammy leaders at the top, yeah, not good. So I said, very wise strategy. And here we go. Gerry says, too many in the chat are looking at short term. I said, amen to that one, brother. And they're complaining. Oh God, there is this chat group. Let me see. Yeah, this group right here with 2,558 members. We're gonna have to clean house in this because there is some people. I mean, Rhonda is doing as great a job as she can, but she's got verbal terrorists in there. She's got unreasonable people in there. And by the way, you big mouths who have been screwing up this room several times, it's about 10 or 12 people. Can you imagine this? That's not even 1% out of this group. And they are rude, they are angry, they are ugly, they stink. Okay? I hope I'm being very clear that we're not going to put up with it. Your ass is going to get kicked out. This is not a program to think that you will freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, go to a restroom in a truck stop. There you can paint on the wall all your shit that you want to. You ain't doing that here. Here is a program. You need respect. And you need, above all, if you really want to bring money into your life, you need to begin gratitude. If somebody wants to restore their health, they need to begin gratitude. If somebody wants to restore or establish wealth, they need gratitude. All that stinking complaining, all that stinking whining, or worse, when you're rude and damaging, yellow card one time, red card, boom, blocked, and you don't get blocked out of one room, huh? You're gonna get blocked out of, I'm talking now, preaching to the choir, they say. No, I'm making sure that these 10 or 12 assholes, or let me rephrase it, these 10 or 12 psychotic individuals who think they have a right in front of 2,558 members to be pissing their garbage, it ain't gonna be allowed anymore. And if you still want to make money, you better shape up, because that's the way it is. Voila, I've spoken harsh, but we need to, because, you know, we're living in a world where this entitlement of people is just insane. In my group, see, only 269 members. These are all my direct people and the people in the genealogy of my direct people. That group is perfect. There ain't no complainers in there, and they all know if they began. And I'm not saying that you cannot raise a problem, but do it in a polite way. As a matter of fact, if it's a technical problem, don't bring it into the group. Send that as a support ticket. Or bring that as a private message to whoever it belongs to. But, so, anyways, I don't put up with shit. And I don't care what you call me. I've been called a Nazi for doing that. Hey, I don't mind. Call me a Nazi. Then I'm the Telegram Nazi. Voila, I'm your Nazi bitch. So he says, too many in the chat are looking at the short term, Gerry does. I said amen to that, brother. And they're complaining. Thank you for your help, looking to help me get back to the Canaries. You'll see, this will come back. But I said, but this is, now talking about these complainers, these whiners, in most cases it's because they, now there will be one or two exceptions. Nasty boogers, and believe me, they're out. You know, if you're not shaping up, you're out, and you're warned. My video is warning you here. I've warned you in the group as well. I don't keep my mouth shut if you're impolite. And so, but in most cases, for most people, it's because they do not understand the unique value of the system. And now here is a big one, and a lot of people are in that class, it is their fear and their worry. Today, a lot of people are in fear, a lot of people are in worry. Folks, we're living in difficult times, and difficult times because everything is changing. Mother Nature is changing, the weather is changing, the financial situation is changing, the real estate is changing, the neighborhoods are changing, the people that live in our street are changing, the banks are changing, the money is changing, the food is changing. Good God, is there anything that isn't changing? So they are challenging times, but those are the times we need to anchor ourselves onto pillars, foundations, principles that are rock solid and that can withstand the chaos of the moment. So for a lot of people it's their fear and their worry, and here we go, previous disappointments that prevent them to, and this is sad, you have no idea, all of the complainers, I'm talking about the nasty complainers, they haven't even attended a Zoom call or watched one of the recordings. Can you imagine how much fun it is for us to have to put up with that? You know, so, but I understand if you're in fear that you kind of, you know, you put on blinders, prevents them from educating themselves and expand their own horizon. But if we're patient with them, they will in time come to see light. So where I'm a harsh big mouthed on one hand, if I have to be, but I'll use the words of daughter-in-law of my brother's of my brother. So she says, she's from Brazil, and Iara is her name, and she says, Dr. Lieven, you are a big teddy bear. And I said, but with a lion inside. You know, so all right, Gerry says good companies look for long-term investment and provide the opportunities, and I know that Gerry is not talking about a licensed investment like on the stock market, but investment. When we don't need to be afraid to use the word investment. Investment is not a trademarked word. Nobody has the right to do so, to claim it only for themselves. No government, because if you invest into your health, is that an investment? That's an investment. If you're investing in exercise, if you're investing in education, if you're investing some money into a particular project to, here in this case, get advertising and gain some rev share profits on that advertising, okay, all of that, it's not licensed investing governed by you know, the banks and the governments and their agencies. We're not talking about that. We're talking about opportunities. So good companies look for long-term opportunities and provide the opportunities. Well, guess what? I have to applaud that, right? See, there is the teddy bear. Believe me, I can show you some images where he doesn't look that pleasant. Which programs, I was curious, did we do together? He says it's so long I cannot recall the names. Do you see why I have platinum hair? It's not grey hair, this platinum hair. The pack was named after my hair. And because, you know, it is that way. I've had not thousands, but tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people who've come across my path in the programs. And I asked them, I said, was it Banner's broker? Was it possibly PAS, earlier Prosperity Automated System? And I had another list of, you know, Coastal Vacations, of Emerald Passport, of Diamond Prosperity, of Global Daily Pay, and on and on and on and on. But he says, that's the one, yes. He said, I lost on that one. Okay, definitely Gerry is not the only one. I said, was it BB, Banners Broker, or PAS? He says BB. I said, oh yes, the owners themselves, and excuse me if there's children in the house, completely effed themselves up. Okay? Alcohol, cocaine, and hookers. And already before I had typed that, he, you know, that's what happens in the room. Sometimes it goes, one message goes before the other. But he had typed in onward and upward because he had said I had lost money. And I said onward and upward, amen. And he said, I heard this, they did it with our money. I said they damaged the lives of many. I actually have a young gentleman in Ireland who, after he found out that the owners of Banners Broker had done this criminal activity, he ended up committing suicide. There is 4 young children without a father today. And you know what? It's because of the criminality of these owners. So I said, but they have their karma. Cool Josen is in jail with 200 million in damages to pay. And it ain't enough as far as I'm concerned. These 4 children ought to stand up and say, you know, that it should be a lot more. What's the life? What's a life of a child worth who is now without a father? Huh? Rajiv Dixit, the little little, I shouldn't say asshole, but that's kind of what I'm thinking of. He threw me out of Banners Broker because he wanted to use the money to snort cocaine, $15 million worth. He's in jail with 100 million to pay. Huh, how about that? But Gerry says, I'm still learning to work smart or hard, lol. He was surprised to hear the information there. I said the combination is wise. Work hard, play hard, but do both in a smart and in a wise way. He says yes, and he asked me, and there it goes then, do you remember Dr. Now? Not Doctor Who, but Dr. Now. I said yes, Norbert Wachter. He said, yeah, he is the one that invited me to tornadorising. I said, fantastic, then you're in my team. And he says, I'm happy to help. I said, it goes like this. It's me, then Michael Colucci, then Dr. Now, Norbert, and then Gerry. He says, very nice. And then I honor them with, this is something only the people that are in my genealogy, I can provide this to. I said, I have added you to our exclusive VIP elite team group. This is only for the members who are in my genealogy. So don't even come in here. It's VIP_elite_team because we're verifying every single person that comes in there. That is this group right here with the 269 members. And believe me, we keep very close eye. Winile has already reached out and is explaining who is sponsored by, but see all the other ones, they have been verified, and that's how it is. So now, if you there is that main group, but boy does it need to be cleaned up. These stinkers there need to be muted and put in their place, warned, and if they don't shape up, they need to be kicked out. That's the group with that logo. And then I have another group, the Tornadorising Elite Team. It has 128 members. It has this logo, drlieven Tornadorising. So you're welcome to be in there. That's the group. No matter which team you belong with, you can join that group, and we're providing service. Here, I'll give you a little taste of the kind of service we provide. There is 2,207 photos that we've posted in there, 39 videos, 112 files, 200 audio files. We've shared 842 shared links. Now we repeat things, and that always counts. And then I've made voice messages 332. I should be paid $10,000 per voice message, right? Anyways, so that group you can join the t.me, which is telegram.me/tornado_elite. I'll make sure that the link is underneath the video. Okay, so that means when we go here, hold on a second. See, there it is. I brought in Norbert. I should have done it already a couple days ago, but now with Gerry having come into the group, see, I said, welcome Norbert, the famous Dr. Now. And this is how we welcome. This is in my private group. Now, don't come into that group if you're not part of my team, okay? I'm just showing you, hopefully inspiring some other team leaders to set up their own Telegram group and do similar things. We were very selective, very demanding, and as a matter of fact, the description, we're the #1 top team in Tornado Rising, and believe me, we are. And I please, if you're another strong team, come challenge us, and we're going to have a healthy competition. Yeah. So the #1 top team in Tornado Rising, under the guidance of Mr. Nazi himself. Good God, don't spread that one around. Yeah. Teddy Bear, Dr. Teddy Bear Lieven. But at times Dr. Nazi Lieven. I said, we are the Navy SEALs of Tornado Rising. We are the movers and the shakers. We are the tornado creators. Keep in mind, if you're passive in Tornado Rising, you need us, because we're the ones that are creating the tornadoes. Yeah. So here it is. Fantastic. This is the @ in the group. Congratulations, Norbert Wachter, also known as Dr. Now, from the US. We work with flags, so we recognize where everybody is from. Referred by Michael Colucci from New York, also American flag. Referred by Dr. Lieven, Portuguese flag from Portugal. As a verified member, we have verified that he is who he says he is, of the exclusive VIP Elite team. You joined a great program, you selected a top team, you're in good hands. This is how we greet people after they're verified. So based on this, we also, I could move on to, let me scroll up, there we go. This way I could welcome Gerry as well, who, let me see, there we go. Congratulations, Gerry Hauker, currently living in the UK, but wants to go to the Canary Islands, referred by Dr. Now, referred by Michael Colucci, referred by myself, and Gerry now is a verified member of our team. So that's how we do it. Did you come back to save the human race from machines? No, I'm here to buy Bitcoin. Good. We're having fun in there, but we're also, see, here is Vanille, he's saying, Lieven, Dr. Lieven, please check your private messages, and I'm sure he's informing me on who he is sponsored by. So, again, if you don't belong in the elite team, in terms of my personal elite team, then join this group, Tornado_elite. That's the logo, and I'm gonna put the links there. And I still recommend to come into the Tornado Rising, the main group, which is Tornado Rising _team. But do me a favor, when anybody begins to open up their mouth in a whining, complaining, negative, destructive, insulting way, jump on them. I mean, really jump on them, and let them know that we don't need their shit. I mean, they'll have to shape up. Rhonda, I'm not complaining about the management of your room. I know you're working way too many hours in life, doing other things, and I respect you for that. But you know, the little pissants that keep screwing it up, again, less than 20 people out of 2,558 people. They do it when Rhonda is not around. And believe me, it's disgusting. These people shouldn't even have a team, because if they're that angry folks, they shouldn't even you know, be in the program. And unfortunately, they then bring in other people just like them. So none of that. I just want to go back to Gerry. So I have added you to our exclusive VIP team, and I've given him the link. I said you are welcome to bring in your team people in that group, but always make sure that you have verified them as being your downline and message me. As a matter of fact, the members message me a screenshot showing me they're in their downline. And I asked him here, which country are you in, Gerry? He says presently back in the UK. Aha, I said, no wonder you want to go back to the Canaries. He says, true. Health is a very good reason. I said the Algarve is pretty decent. I've been a resident here since 2000. I'm from Belgium origin, and now Portugal. This is important for anybody who's going to be making a lot of Bitcoin money. Portugal just put a new law in place that all crypto profit is non-taxed. Kind of sweet, isn't it? Yes, it is cool indeed. I gave him a video of wonderful Villa Moura, and Gerry says, I love warmer climate, swimming at Christmas, which you wouldn't do. I mean, we've done it on a crazy blue moon, gone in the ocean here, but running out of a steam bath or sauna where we'd been sweating, and then running in the ocean, running quickly back into the sauna. But then, on the other hand, in Ireland, I've seen people jump in the freezing cold weather at New Year's. I said, yes, I lived on Beckway, which is a little island under St. Vincent, not too far away from Barbados. By the way, close to Trinidad, and we are building a great team in Trinidad. Billy Alexander, the owner, is from Trinidad. So I've lived there for 2 years with seawater of 28 degrees. Folks, that's like 85 degrees Celsius, or even hotter in the summer because we were in a bay. I said it was like one huge bathtub. I said that's where I recuperated from cancer. It's just perfect. And he said, good news. I said, one more thing. With your permission, Gerry, would you? I would like to make a short video of our conversation so that the other people can benefit from it. Is that okay with you? Because there will be a lot who will have the same questions in terms of the new coding. He says, if that helps, of course. If that helps the cause. And I said, thank you, you're the champ. He says, my pleasure. I'm delighted that we can work together and so meet on the tropical beaches. You know, it's one of the stickers of Tornadorising, see you at the beach or at the bank. I prefer the beach over the bank. And Gerry says, oh yes, please. I said, well, where there is a will, there is a way. He says, yeah. And Tornadorising will be the vehicle that will finance it all. Folks, don't underestimate it. You're set to make a lot of money, and if you're giving it the proper input, you're gonna make that money fast. If you're lazy, that's okay, we still welcome you. It will take longer. Fair for each. So he says, I'm looking forward to this. And then I put up the quote of my respected friend Zig Ziglar: you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. Zig Ziglar was actually a personal friend and was being treated by my professor who taught me the brain alignment. would go to his house every week with his daughter. He's passed away right now, Zig Ziglar. So I said I did the production of a seminar in Houston with Zig Ziglar as one of 7 speakers. I got 7,000 CEOs, presidents, vice presidents, managers, real estate people, bankers, doctors, salespeople to attend. He says, whoa. I said it was one of the biggest self-development events ever in the Houston Civic Center, and no one has broken that record since. It was in 1983. He says, maybe tornadorising? I said, oh yes, we will bring in millions of members into tornadorising, and when we will have our live events, we will need bigger halls than the Houston Civic Center, and there's places that can handle it. So it's game on, let's go. He says, epic. I responded, thank you for the chat, and truly genuine. Welcome aboard, Gerry. See, people say the internet is impersonal. I hope you're seeing I don't do the internet impersonal. I do everything with a passion, including when I type, including when I do a video, including when I do a webinar, including when I'm having a chat with somebody. So I tell Gerry, I can tell you're going to do very well and help a lot of others to do well as well. He says, I will try. Thank you. I said, you're welcome. And then he's got a question which I will answer. The video is 46 minutes and something. So I hope I didn't bore you. I hope I both educated you a little bit, inspired you, and especially make sure you're joined into one of the Telegram groups. I'm actually going to ask Richmond or Billy to send out this video in an email to everybody. We've got a lot of people still not in the Telegram groups, and anyways, that you can join and be well informed. My friends, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for contributing to tornadorising. I want to thank some of you who are contributing to me to help me be able to do what I do here. I appreciate you. You're angels on my path. You're soul brothers, soul sisters. I want to thank every person who's been helping Billy and who's been helping Richmond. Hats off to you. Mr. G in Spain. I call him the Zorro, the Tornado Zorro. Oh, he's got such a beautiful voice, but such powerful words, words of wisdom. I'm going to make his audio clip into a video, and I'll use pictures of Zorro, of Mr. Bandera. Yeah. No, I want to reach out and thank you, everyone who is contributing. I hope I put up a strong warning to those who plan on be rude, complaintive beyond asking a question. I'm just asking a question. No, you just pissed, for 5 minutes and then you claim that that is a question. Believe me, you will learn the difference, or you're gonna have to go someplace else. As a matter of fact, go try that with another program, see how good it runs. Go try it at your own local bank, see how good it runs. No, I know that 98 and quite possibly 99% of the people on board are decent people. Some of you are still on the fence. You're looking at the program and you're wondering, is this real? Well, you know what? This is real. The people, the owners are real. And I don't say that just from my own reference. I'm talking about people who've known them for a long time. They're very, very decent, good people. And I'm completely backing them. And you'd better not be messing with one of the owners or I'm coming after you. No, we need to be kind, we need to be supportive. And yes, we have our gentler and softer side as well, for all those that deserve it, and that's most of you. So a very, very powerful program. However powerful you think the program is at this point, I can assure you it's even more powerful than that. I want to bless you. I want to ask God to bless you, because I owe all the blessings in my life to people that are God-loving people, and many interventions by God herself or himself at the essential times. And therefore I want to, as a wish, God bless you, that you, each one of you, may have radiant health. If your health is suffering, that your health may be strengthened. A lot of the issues with health come because of money problems, and a lot of the relationships problems come because of money problems. And that is where tornadorising comes in, as a money marketing system, but also at the same time an educational place. Not an education as on the school benches, but education in terms of coming to know yourself, coming to know your potential, coming to know that you deserve to be rich, and you define whatever that richness is. Because here with the program, whether your ambition is a few thousands of dollars, you can have them. A few tens of thousands of dollars, you can have them. A few hundreds of thousands of dollars, you can have them. If your ambition is to have millions, well, you're going to have to be willing to help others, but you can have them, and you will have them. This is as solid as this program is. I hope that you become an insider to the program, maybe initially tiptoeing in, maybe initially being passive, and then when you see it work, that you're going to go gung-ho. Gung-ho, which at times means just sharing it with your brothers and sisters. And then those of you who have the skill of sales and marketing and who enjoy that, use it. You not only are going to make a fortune, but you will have the joy, like I have, to know that you're helping thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people to also bring money into their life, cash flow into their life, and along with the most important product for tornadorising will not only be the advertising, will eventually be the education, the self-education, the self-development. Not only are we going to bring some of the most precious pieces in society. One course is a course of $25,000. The original course was $75,000. Anyways, all of that will be brought to you. Be patient, give yourself time, give us time too, and let's get that locomotive going into little by little by little by little. It's gonna go faster and faster, and the faster it goes, the more people we're able to help, and the more money we're all gonna make together. Salutes. God bless you. I love you all. For me, it's a joy to do this. It's a privilege too. Thank you.